Poppin' YouTube family. It's your boy Dwight. Welcome back to the channel. Silverback Sillage. Hope all is well with everybody. First off, do me a huge favor. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I post new content. Also, make sure that you guys tap in with those affiliate links that be popping up on the screen, because that will help the channel grow. Now, tonight's video is for those brothers who are still moving around, movers and shakers, hitting your clubs, hitting your lounges, even the ladies, because some of these fragrances are indeed unisex. Now, a disclaimer right off the rip, I don't fit the description of those who are hitting the club and so on and so forth, or nothing like that. But hey, everybody got a pass, and tonight, we outside! Keep it locked. Well, let's get down to business. Like I stated before, this is for those guys that ain't just stuck in the house all the time. Every once in a while you get suited and booted and you like to go somewhere and tantalize the nostrils of a room. These 10 right here do just that and make your presence felt when you outside. First one. Ganymede. Let's get the bangers right off the bat. But all these are bangers. What can I say about this fragrance that I haven't already told y'all about this one right here? In my heyday of wanting to be in somebody's club shaking a tail feather, or at a nice lounge shooting pool, going out with the fellas, or whatever the case may be, this one right here got that mineralic freshness. It also has some leather nuances to it, so you definitely get some masculinity to it. This is definitely not one of the unisex offerings that I was talking about in the intro. But this one right here, I mean, every single time I wear it, the compliments come rolling in. You won't smell just like anybody else, especially here in Kansas City, because Ganymede is not sold in any store here in Kansas City. So when you allow the room, the air, and you just walking past people to manifest itself, you will most definitely control the room, because probably nobody here in Kansas City smells like this one right here. And this lets you know that I use it. Look at that dent. The dent don't lie. I put major burn on this thing when I discovered it in New York a couple years back. First one up. Next one. Nishane, Fan Your Flames. Now this is a cooler weather banger. This one here is indeed unisex. What do you get with this one here? You get some tobacco. You get a little bit of smokiness. You get some rum. You get some vanilla creaminess way down in the dry down. But it's sweet, but not too sweet. Because each and every nuance, especially the coconut and the rum mixture with the tobacco nuances within this thing right here and smokiness, is very playful, very inviting, but very, very smooth. So it allows you to not only make your presence felt, but nothing's harsh or scratchy. And once again, this is another fragrance that is not sold in stores here in Kansas City. So you need to get on discounted websites to get any of the 10 of these. But when you walk in a room, you got you a nice fit on, while everybody else is running to the mall to get their fit, to get their fragrance. Especially, I keep saying it here in Kansas City, because our malls are 2 thumbs down. But that's a story for a whole nother video. This one right here will let your presence felt. It lasts the whole 9. Next one. An exclusive fragrance. Tobac 28 by Le Labo. Another one perfect for those guys who go to the cigar lounge, hit the nightclub, hit top golf, shoot pool, moving around. Even a really, really nice day party when you're out and about. And even though this one there is smoky, it does have the booze in there with the via rum. There's some sweetness there, and it's warm. But one thing about it, while everybody else is kind of venturing out, and maybe the farthest they'll go with their scent profile is a Baccarat or a Creed Aventus, something like that, they feel that once they make it to that level, they've made it when it comes to fragrance. Well, in my fragrance journey, I've got a chance to get my nose on some very unique scent profiles that take you outside the box, so you don't smell just like everybody else. You can make your presence felt, but also don't feel like you are taking a back seat to those individuals that pick out only the most popular scents that everybody talks about. This one here fits the bill. Next one. Now this one here is better for some warmer weather, but I'd wear it any time of year. But spring, summer, you killing folks is just wearing the average freshies. And that's what Killian's Rollers on Ice. Wonderful. Cucumber. Fresh. Minty. Ozonic. Aromatic. And green. Scent profile that gives you the gin and tonic vibe, but it has fresh, and I mean fresh actual leaves of the mint and the cucumber sliced up in your nice mojito or nice clear liquor cocktail. Very, very fresh. It's one that definitely turns heads, and when it's warm outside, it's hard to beat when it comes to spraying this on your shirt and your clothes. And if I was going inside of somebody's nightclub to where it started cooling off, getting dark outside, I may dial the sprays up on this thing right here. 10, 12 sprays. Just to really walk past and leave that scent trail that everybody's going to be talking about. Wonderful scent profile. Now this one here, you don't have to spray it 12 times. And I'm talking Blue Sapphire from Burlington, Victorious. This thing here, stupid strong. You can spray this thing on 2 o'clock in the afternoon, get to the club, 11:30, maybe even midnight. Gotta smell that thing again. The rose and the candied lemon and chamomile is a very, very relaxing but powerful opening. Now it has oud in there. It well off into the mid, into the dry down. It's spicy. It's very, very unique within the scent profile. But when I say it's strong, you can go to the club and spray this thing twice and make an impact. Don't mess around and go crazy and be going to something like Scent Explorer or a Gala, Mint Gala or something like that. Man, spray this thing about 6 times and you potentially will command, if not dominate the room. It's an excellent scent profile, and to me worth every cent of the discounted price. I'm not going to tell you how to go out and spend $800-900 on that bottle, because that's what it costs retail. But if you can get it on discounters for around that between $450 and $550 range, if you're really, really into the art of fragrance and you want to go way outside the box and have something that smells amazing, that lasts 24, 36 hours, depending on your spray routine with it, that's the one you want. Command the room when you go out and step out. Next one, another one that's straight luxury, and that's Burlington 1819 by Rozier. An amazing scent profile that works in the spring, summer, even in cooler weather. Just dial up the sprays. This one here has a unique, if I'm not mistaken, it's tequila note in here. Let me double check and make sure. It's mint in there for sure, but it's rum. It's rum in there. You got mint, you got lemon, you got grapefruit, you got blackberry. You got a little hint of tobacco, but not too much of it. And, you know, within a Rozier scent pyramid, there's every fruit, every note ever. They might be 50 notes long. But what you really get is those fruits that I named. You get that rum. You get a little bit of tobacco, but you get a very, very entertaining and uplifting scent profile that definitely screams luxury. Any of these within this 10 list, you need to make sure that you just get you a sample. I'm not saying go out and blind buy them just based off my word. Go get you a sample, spray it on, and present yourself out in the world, and then get back with me in the comments and let me know if I was right. Next one. Now, if you notice on this list, I really didn't pull out my Creed Aventus-ish scent profiles, because there's one that would have made this list as far as strength, scent profile, but not quite as smooth as my other, from the Creed Aventuses to the other Inspired by version, and that would be the, of course, the Armaf Club de Nuit Intense Man, my big 200 ml bottle. If I was young and moving around like that, I would wear that out sometime too, because the way it presents itself, it's a little bit different than just the regular Aventus. Even though the regular Aventus is smoother, it don't last nearly as long or project nearly as far. But I do have one that somewhat teeter-totters that scent profile in this list, and it's this next one. And that's Nishane Hacivat. The more masculine version of that scent profile. pineapple pops. Very, very tart within that opening. And then you also, within this fragrance here, you get some woodiness, you get some mossiness. So that oak moss kind of makes this set a little bit different from Aventus. There's no smoke here, but it's still a little bit more dark and more strong than, say, Bond Number 9 HTTP. This one here is an amazing scent profile that is at an amazing price on discounters, and I feel every man should have it in their collection. But you definitely need to get you a sample, just like I said about all the rest of them, and try it out on your skin, and then get back with me and let me know what you think. Amazing scent profile when you're outside. Next one, this is for the cooler weather guys that move around. If it ain't no snow and ice out, and you want to present the room with a different scent profile. Vertus Vanilla Oud. This one here, what you get is a little bit of a burnt sugar smell. Smooth oud, not harsh or dank by any means at all. But you do get some rhubarb and some apple in that opening. So you do get hit with some fruits in the beginning, but they're real subtle. And they are the supporting cast to that burnt sugar accord and the vanilla, leading to the oud being the base of this scent profile. One of the most unique wintertime scent profiles that I've ever put my nose on. One that I always plan to keep in the collection. And if y'all moving around when it's cool, got you a nice sweater on and some boots, hit that undershirt and around those post points, like I taught you in an old video, which I actually do plan to redo that video this year as far as spray routine, because I got a few updated opinions. This one here lasts 10 plus hours too. Next one, and fairly new to the collection. Gucci Guilty Elixir de Pour Homme, and every other name that they give it. An amazing iris-based scent that does have some white floral push. I think orange blossom is in this thing right here. But it's got some spice, definitely got some longevity. It projects really, really well. And it proves that necessarily designer fragrances aren't dead. There are some fragrances within the designer realm that does their thing and performs and gets compliments, and this is definitely one of them. It does closely resemble a very expensive fragrance that you still can get on discounters, and that's Reflection Man by Amouage. And I think it teeter-totters between the original Reflection Man and Reflection 45, which I smelled like faintly when I was out of town, but their bottle was almost out, so I don't know if I got a chance to get the full nuances that come out of it in the opening. An amazing scent profile. And even though all you get is a 60 ml bottle, you don't need a million sprays to make your presence felt with this one. And last but not least, another one that's extremely popular within the fragrance community. Parfum de Marly Layton. A very, very fresh, spicy, aromatic, and vanilla scent that has some really, really wonderful apple in the opening, and great longevity. And I don't know too many people going to the club and being there for 8-9 hours, but almost every one of these gets you 8 hours plus. So you ain't got to worry about longevity with none of these 10, but this one right here, the only thing some people knock about it is that somewhat Vicks Vapor Rub-ish opening. But to me, I'm used to it, and even though since I first heard that terminology and I really, really sat down and examined this fragrance, that, okay, it does kind of have a little bit of a Vicks Vapor Rub opening. It's not what you think. It's just the way this particular scent is composed. The freshness and the spiciness coming in with the apple and the vanilla just makes a little bit of a weird combo, but it makes it weird in a good way to make it unique. Now, if you could think of 10 fragrances, not 10 fragrances. If you can think of some of your fragrances that's within your collection or something that you've got your nose on that should make a list like this, I might need to get me a sample of and get my nose on and maybe give my 2 cents in a video for y'all. Or if you think something in my collection should have made it over what I brought to the table, leave a comment in the comments and let me know. But other than that, these are my 10 if I was you single guys outside. Peace.